I think it's worth really trying to give it a good effort
Yeah.
in the first hour of this race. It's a really good opportunity for you to really push yourself with a little bit lower stakes, lower consequences than like an Unbound, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to use this as a way to measure what we could do for Unbound and how kind of deep you can go, and then how far is our drop off? You know, what point do the legs really fall off? Like the goal is that the legs don't fall off, you know, until the end, but you also kind of empty the tank. It's just a good opportunity to go a little bit outside your comfort zone and push yourself a little bit more. And if you blow up, then that's fine. I think you're also at a point in your fitness where your blow up is a little bit less intense probably than it might have been a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the hope is that if you blow up, you can still pedal at 180 watts.
Hey, it's Bruce. Today, Becky and I have come to Fruita, Colorado. We're here to race Desert Gravel, a 125-mile gravel race in the Colorado Desert. It's gonna cross over the border into Utah, and this is our last tune-up race before Unbound Gravel at the end of May. Now, you just heard a little bit from a call I had with my coach earlier this week where we talked about my plan for this race. If you've ever watched any of my older race videos on my old channel, then you probably know that I'm a pretty timid racer. If I'm riding with a rider or a group that is going too hard for me, I usually let them go because I don't want to blow up. And this conservative approach, it has led to some really, really good results. But this year, I really kind of want to change how I race. I want to be more confident. I want to have that boldness, that ability to go deep and hurt myself, to stay with these faster riders when they surge or attack. And this race is really about testing if I'm capable of that or what I'm capable of. So the plan is pretty simple. I'm going to stick with the front group of riders as long as I possibly can until, well, I blow up. And then after that, well, we'll just see what happens. So as you can see, I am in my full racer cosplay kit, aero helmet, skin suit. I've got 12 gels stuffed back there, ready for some fun. I'm so cold. Hopefully it's strategically cold. Because Desert Gravel is like a smaller grassroots race, the whole start vibe is super chill. I kind of just walked up to the front of the chute here, and there's Ben Delaney.
Welcome to Desert Gravel.
So I think no matter how much I race, I am always super nervous at the start. But once you start moving, those nerves kind of melt away. What's really nice about this race is that the neutral rollout is actually neutral. It's pretty relaxed through town. People are chit-chatting. No one's going crazy. But then once you start getting into the desert, into the hills, things start really picking up. Now here, this is where I got dropped by the front group last year. This very first hill, before you even hit the gravel, when things ramped up, I was like, I cannot handle this. I don't want this smoke, and I just let it go. But this year, I held on, and it was pretty intense. It took some harder efforts in my VO2 range. That's like 330 to 350 watts, which, man, I almost never do that in races. But what's really cool is that because I stuck on when the pace sort of eased off and things lulled, I could like recover and I was still there. And then check this out, this is pretty cool. Ben Delaney being a total beast, just flying by to get the shot. "11 miles in is where you hit the first bit of gravel, and I'm not sure it's gonna come across on camera, but it's super rough and super loose. The surface is really washboarded. There's a lot of really like loose over hard, like stones just all over the surface, and like your tires get kicked side to side. So it's kind of sketchy feeling. And I've never really been in a group moving this fast, riding this intensely on this sort of surface. Man, it is a whole nother level. I really just can't describe how tight my butthole was clenched through this entire sector. I am just hanging by a thread. I am putting out some of the hardest efforts of the day. At some point during this sector, I hit over 1,000 watts, which again, I never, ever, ever go that hard in races. I just don't believe I could do that and come back. But here, I have to just to stay in the group. And I'm doing everything I can to suck wheel, get a little bit of draft, and just survive. And what's really cool is we moved so fast through this section that I got a little Strava trophy, which is something I almost never get. So that was a really nice reward. And I am actually so proud of myself for just hanging on through here. This was just way out of my comfort zone, and I just cannot believe I stayed attached. So we come out of that first gravel sector back onto a bit of pavement. I do a little sprint because I am like basically at the tail end of the front group, and I get back on and I look up and I just kind of can't believe that I'm still here. I can see the very front of the race, which is something very rare for me. I experienced something that I've actually never experienced before, but I was breathing so hard that I couldn't eat a gel. I was just breathing too hard to swallow. So I'm just trying to drink as much of the carb mix in my hydration pack before we hit the next section of gravel, because I think I'm about to die at this point. So here's something I actually find pretty interesting. This is Zach Allison in the pink jersey here. He actually makes this really bold move around the outside to get to the front of the group because we are about to enter the next section of gravel. And what I assume he's thinking is that he wants to be on the front because this shit is about to get super real. We hit this next bit of gravel about an hour into the race. At this point, I think I've exceeded my own expectations for how long I could hang on. I think I've met, hopefully, Ricky's expectations for this first hour. I just went so deep to do this, but here, this road is even worse than that first gravel road we hit. Not only is it rougher and looser, but it is filled with ruts and these little trenches at the bottom of these steep dips. There's also sand, and it's super loose and super sketchy. And honestly, the reason my camera is pointing straight at the ground here is because I am just death gripping the drops, trying not to explode. I think I am a little gun shy after my big crash at Mid-South this year, and I just didn't have it in me to kind of hang super close to the wheel in front of me through some of these insanely rough sections. You'll see here, I'm already getting gapped, and I have to do these little efforts uphill, and it's super rough, and it's really hard for me to get back on. I am just burning so many matches because I am just getting gapped off the back. And then eventually it becomes too much and I end up shelled. Now you can't really see the front group anymore on the camera, but I can see them. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, they're not that far away. Maybe I can still catch them. So I dig for a really long time.
I was hoping they'd ease up, but it doesn't look like it.
So looking back, this is definitely the biggest mistake I made. I just tried too hard for way too long. I ended up having to do about 300 to 305 watts for about 10 minutes, and I didn't even come close to getting back onto the front group. I just suffered for no reason when really I should have just backed off, chilled, done the normal Bruce thing, and just relaxed and set a nice even pace. But no, I am trying to be new Bruce here. So I'm working really hard. We end up picking up more riders as we're riding along. One of them is this guy in the brown shorts here who is so freaking strong. You can see he takes a pull in the front and I just instantly almost lose the wheel. I am working so hard just to stay on this guy's wheel. I'm doing over 300 watts. I'm doing VO2 efforts. It is way too much. I really shouldn't be doing this. The reason he's trying so hard is we see 3 riders up the road.
Dude, epic pull. Holy fuck.
So we catch more people getting shelled from the front group. One of them is Ben Delaney, who I get to reunite with one last time. But I am not gonna last much longer. I'm just way too tired. I've been going way too hard, way over my limit for way too long. You can see this guy in the brown shorts, he pulls off, and I can't even pull through. I am so blown. I am on the front for maybe like 30 seconds, and I'm just like, crap, it's over.
Torch. If only I had that bike.
If you haven't seen, Ben is riding one of the brand new OBED bikes that my company just launched. It is an aero gravel bike. Maybe it would have helped me, but really, you know, I just didn't have the legs. We hit this bigger climb around mile 40, and I am done.
Getting dropped. Oh, I can't see him now. All right, I think I am legit dropped.
So after just over 40 miles, a little over 2 hours, I have completely ruined myself. My head is aching, my stomach is twisted into knots, my legs, they feel like bags of cement. I feel just hollow. And I think this is a good time to read a passage from one of my favorite poems, T.S. Eliot's The Hollow Men. Between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act, falls the shadow. For thine is the kingdom, between the conception and the creation, between the emotion and the response, falls the shadow. Life is very long. This is how my race ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. Okay, with all that sappiness out of the way, I legit feel terrible. This is probably the lowest point of the race for me. I get passed by a couple guys during this time. I can't even come close to hanging on their wheels. I just want to quit. I want to lay down on the side of the road. I want to let the sands just bury me. But you know, if I'm gonna suffer, this is a pretty cool place to do it. Like, just look at this scenery. It is, well, compared to where I live, it is kind of alien and beautiful. And this whole time, I'm just like, I'm kind of freaking out. There's still over 80 miles left. There's hours of racing. What am I gonna do? I'm just thinking about that thing Ricky said to me about blowing up.
If you blow up, you can still pedal at 180 watts.
Holy heck, this is so steep. I can see a group coming. I've been alone for like an hour. Holy crap. Just trying to soft pedal till this group catches me. It's a big one. It's good, I need some help. Welcome back. I'm almost back, we'll see.
Sweet, sweet relief. Second wheel up there was my friend George. We met at the hotel we're staying at. And this group, they were moving decently fast, and it was such a nice feeling to finally be in someone's draft.
A few moments later.
Unfortunately, that whole group decided to stop at the 60-mile aid station, which came pretty soon after that. I just kept going, figuring they would catch me again. And then this section, we're in Utah at this point, and this ends up being one of the best sections of the race.
Holy shit, this is so sick. Wow. Oh! Woo! Oh, wow. Oh, cow. Oh. It's looking at me. I got a tailwind, fast, flowy roads. I feel alive again. The scenery is beautiful. I'm thinking like, hey, maybe I could keep this sort of pace up till the end. Maybe I'm back. But then, you know, eventually I come around this corner and block headwind. Whoa. I am plunged straight back into pure misery. So I just keep looking over my shoulder, just waiting for this group to catch me again. Just in time. I was starting to lose it a little bit, you know, I win by myself. Still out. So once we got out of the really bad headwind section, 3 of the guys in this group, they just started turning the screws. They were absolutely hammering. At this point, I normally would never want to dig myself deeper into the hole, but I decided, you know what? This is a journey of self-discovery. This is my vision quest. I am gonna try and hang on, and holy crap, it hurt so much because these guys were just riding so hard and so fast. So by some miracle, I'm still attached at this point, but it's not going to last much longer. I can kind of feel myself coming unglued. We hit these rough roads that are like climby, they're just up and down. I have nothing left. I mean, everyone just starts walking away from me. We are starting to pass a lot of the riders in shorter distances, like the 100, 75, and 50 mile, and man, I am barely keeping it together. Not the worst place to get dropped. Look at that. So when I hit the 100 mile mark, I've been riding alone for nearly an hour again. And then this section is probably the hardest and gnarliest section of the whole course. It just has some of the steepest climbs, some of the steepest and rowdiest descents. Hopefully you can see on camera there's a lot of ruts that you kind of have to dodge so they don't catch your wheels. I saw a few crashes here. I saw someone with a broken collarbone. I saw people just laying on the side of the road. It was carnage through here, and I kind of just am tiptoeing. My mind is not really working at full capacity. You can see how just slow I am to get into the drops here. I am in full survival mode. So I survived that section, and then this stretch, it's like 4 miles long. It's kind of falls flat in some places. It's this kind of crap where it's like marbles on the road and there's a headwind. I just hated it. Eventually, I get back close to town. This guy is in the 125 race distance. He's got a feed helmet. He's got white bibs. He's got ham hocks for calves. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I'm so glad he caught me. I just sat on his wheel. I had nothing left to give him a turn. I just let him tow me all the way to this yellow tent here, which is the end of the official race timing. Ultimately, I finished 23rd for the men, 26th overall. I am kind of amazed because I finished about 20 minutes faster than I did last year.
Holy shit, what a day.
Even though I had to suffer all the way to the finish, I do think this was a worthwhile experience because I found the limit and then I kept going.
Take your time. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, sorry, I'm cramping.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Take your time. Just don't want you to forget.
Right there.
Yeah, I gotcha. Did you? What distance you do?
125.
Oh my gosh, man, you might be pretty fast.
I don't know, dude. I got dropped by the main group pretty early, so.
All right, still pretty fast.
Ugh.
Good work.
Well, I'm stuck. I cramped after I finished.
Yeah, that's
Holy
what you want.
shit. I had to drink like 3 sparkling waters. Just lay in the shade for a while until I felt human again. Still, right now, kind of just like a shell. Man, complete opposite of how I felt after Mid-South. Ultimately, I think I can be happy I did what I wanted to do. I held on to the front through the first gravel section and then a little bit of the second gravel section. I'm like stoked. I never do that. It was so intense. After I finally pulled the plug, it was just like a vision quest to the end. Yeah, Becky!
You did it, Becky.